So I said 2020 was going to be my year. What a mug. But it's okay, because it's not anyone's year. Sorry, I'm not trying to make light heart of the current situation we're in right now, but again, I don't want to be doom and gloom, because everywhere you hear is doom and gloom. We've had enough bad news, come on. So basically in this video, I just want to describe, it's kind of hard to explain, but I want to describe the things I and possibly others have been doing that we don't normally do in this pandemic. Does that make sense? I hope so. Before I get into that, I hope everyone is safe and well. This is not ideal for everyone. I mean, obviously it affects me personally. I work in a cafe part-time, I'm a musician part-time, and I'm an extra worker, like for film and TV. All those things I cannot do from home. I'm very fortunate, I live with my parents, but I still have to self-isolate because my dad is high risk, so I'm staying in for them, and I tell you, I'm pretty bored. Not gonna lie, I'm going a bit crazy. I've also been really creative as well, which is, you know, some positive out there. Musician friends who are musicians, self-employed, have, you know, had to go back to their parents or have not been as fortunate and have completely lost all livelihood because of it, because of the runner. I just don't want to say the name. I'm sick of hearing that word. I'm trying to make it funny or anything, but you know, it is what it is, and I don't want to be doom and gloom. Get to the main purpose of this video. Things that I and maybe others have been doing in this pandemic that we don't normally do. I'm constantly looking at the news, and the news is not something I usually do. I stay away from the news and media or anything like that because it's depressing, obviously, but I've been, you know, like others, I think I'm definitely not the only one here, constantly watching updates and constantly being disappointed because it's bad news again. And I've been taken to Twitter a lot, so you can follow my Twitter here if you want to follow me on that. I don't usually go on Twitter, but recently I've been going on it all the time because it's a very much of a news social media site. Second thing I've been noticing, this is more a personal one, but everyone is as clean as me now. Okay, that sounds really big-headed. What I do is not, you know, healthy. So I am continuously sanitizing my hands because I have something called emetophobia. Now, I'm not going to get into that. I might get into that on another video, but look it up. It's just I'm continuously sanitizing my hand. If anyone like offers me a crisp or anything, I will sanitize my hand before even, you know, it's mental how much I sanitize my hand. But I can't get hold of any sanitizer now, can I? I've managed to get a little bit of sanitizer, but you know, people have just gone crazy and literally swept it off the shelves. I'll get into that in a minute. Another thing is I got loads of snacks, and over half of them are gone. This is only like day 2 of self-isolation. Yes, what I was saying is these selfish panic buyers and bulk buyers. Oh my god, why? See, this is what happens. The first person panic buys, sweeps everything off the shelf. Now everyone else is like, wow, people are panic buying. Now I've got to go to the supermarket fast. And it's just this domino effect, and I don't know why. Can you imagine if people just shopped normally? I even just listened to the radio right now and they said there's plenty of food. It's the people panic buying. It's the reason why people can't get stuff. So please, think of what you're doing. Just buy how you'd buy it normally. So if you are one of those people who are having a go at supermarket employees or retail workers, big shame on you. They are still working their arse off so you can get your supplies. Another thing, or the obvious, like everyone's missed out on their flights and holidays. By this time this video is uploaded, I was meant to be in LA having a holiday of a lifetime, woo! Instead I'm staying in and playing Animal Crossing, so not all doom and gloom. And the last thing, which is really weird that I've been doing, but I've been reading up and finding it very interesting due to my love of history, and definitely due to my love of the horrible history books growing up, but I've been looking at past pandemics. The most interesting ones have got to be probably the Spanish flu, which happened just over 100 years ago. It was an unusual deadly flu that killed about 50 million people, I believe. Not having the modern day facilities and the NHS now, a lot of people A lot of people died. Now we have the flu shot, so it's not so much of an issue now. Another really, my favourite one, not my favourite, but my most interesting, not my favourite, don't want to get it, is the bubonic plague, aka the Black Death. It was its worst probably in the 14th century. It came from the fleas from the rats. I love rats. It was also airborne, so it just catched on really quick. It killed over 60% of Europe back in the 14th century, so that is a lot of people. I believe it wiped out about 90% of Sicily. Quite interesting. I do recommend you you know, look into them, especially now if you're not doing anything. In terms of the Black Death was like you know, fever, coughs as usual, but also like black spots and black boils on your body will go to the size of eggs, sometimes even apples, so that's pretty disgusting. Dare I say worse than the coronavirus, although that is no excuse not to self-isolate and keep people safe in this time. Not saying, oh, it wasn't as bad as that, so I think we'll be fine. I'm just saying that there were loads worse, and there were a different time where we didn't have the modern day facilities and the NHS. So yeah, that wraps it up. If you have any video ideas for me, please let me know. Please guys, stay safe. I really hope we'll get through it. I'm not going to give my opinions on it due to I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'm just Mel from Stevenage. So if you have watched so far, I do appreciate it. Don't panic. Hopefully this will be over eventually and we can get back to our normal lives. I really hope so. But again, trying to use this time, this self-isolation time, to be creative. That's what I'm doing. I'm currently trying to learn the keyboard. I have that much friends as is, so I'm going to be like lonely, but I'm trying to use this time wisely. Take care of yourself, stay clean, stay safe, and yeah, see you next time. Probably see you very soon actually. Okay, bye.
I'm being in debt for the rest of my life. I don't blame anyone for hating me.